session of Basic English Grammar. This course is being presented to you by me, Shilpa Jha. Please rate, review, subscribe, and recommend the course. Also, please leave your valuable suggestions and comments below. So today we are going to start with verbals. So what are verbals? Verbals are words that express the action in a general way without limiting the action to any time or asserting it to a specific object. Like there we had said that verbs are action verbs. So action words either or they tell you a state, right? Um, so that is what they basically they basically refer to words that are based on a verb but are not used as a verb, right? They're used as nouns or adjectives. So basically, they're words that are based on a verb. Okay, it'll be based on a verb, but it'll not be used as a verb. It'll be very obvious. We have three types of verbals: gerunds, participles, and infinitives. And as we discuss them, you will easily understand like what is the thing that I'm trying to talk about. So let's start with gerund. So gerund is a verbal that ends in an ing and functions as a noun. So gerund functions as a noun. Since it functions as a noun, it occupies the same position in the sentence that a noun will ordinarily have. Like it can be a subject, it can be a direct object, it can be a subject or complement or an object of preposition, right? Like we had discussed in the lessons before. So, traveling might satisfy your desire for new experiences. Now, here, if you see, traveling is being used as a noun and not as a verb because it is being told that this might satisfy. So, it is something that might satisfy, right? So, in case you have any doubt, replace traveling with anything, right? You can replace it with iPod or you can replace it with any other thing, and you would know that the sentence makes sense. So, like the next example that we have, they do not appreciate my singing. So, now you know that singing over here is being used as a noun, right? It's not being used as a verb. Similarly, my cat's favorite activity is sleeping. So, you get the point, right? Now we come to participles. What are participles? A participle is a verbal that is used as an adjective. Now gerunds are used as noun, participles are used as adjective and often ends in ing or ed. It has some features of verb and some of adjectives, but it is basically a type of adjective. Now since it's adjective, so it will modify what? Only nouns or pronouns? Because adjectives essentially modify nouns or pronouns. Now there are two types of participles: present participle and past participle. Present participles describes what a thing does, and past participle obviously defines what was done by a thing, right? So now present participles typically end in ing, whereas past participles will end in ed, en, d, t, or n, as in the word asked, eaten, saved, dealt, and seen. Right? Like she is buying a talking bird for her daughter. So she is buying a talking bird. Right? You get that? It is modifying. Next, in this sentence, is buying is a verb. Exactly, is buying is a verb, but talking is being used as an adjective. You see that, right? It is being used as an adjective to modify the word bird. If you see, right, what kind of a bird is it? It is a talking bird. Hence, talking is used as a present participle. Now, here you have a broken clock stands on the mantelpiece. Now, sorry, stood on the mantelpiece. Now, here stood is a verb, right? But broken is not being used as a verb. It is being used as a adjective which is modifying the clock. That how is it? It is a broken clock, right? So, it is being used as a past participle. Next we come to infinitive. Infinitive is a verbal consisting of the word to plus verb in its simplest form, which can act as a noun, adjective, or adverb, right? So infinitive may also function as a subject, direct object, subject complement, adjective, or adverb in the sentence. Although infinitive is easy to locate because of the plus verb form, because it's standard like plus the verb two plus the verb form. Deciding what it has its function can be a confusing thing, right? Because it can function as many different things. Like to wait seems foolish when action was required. So to wait here is a subject because this whole thing is modifying it, right? This whole thing is modifying it, and there you have the action. Like there you have everyone wanted to go. So here everyone wanted to go is a direct object. That what was the outcome? They all wanted to go. His ambition was to fly. He lacked the strength to resist. Now here it is being used as an adjective. We must study to learn. Here it is being used as an adverb. So here you see. So basically 2 plus the verb form is an infinitive which can act as a noun, adjective or adverb, anything which you'll have to figure out, right? So do not confuse an infinitive, that is a verbal plus 2 plus a verb, with a prepositional phrase beginning with 2 plus a noun. Right? Infinitives are like to fly, to draw, to become, to enter, stand, to catch. And prepositional phrases would be to him, to the committee, to my house. So here you see there are nouns, right? And there are modifiers, to us, to this address. But here you have a verb, right? So that this is a prepositional phrase, this is an infinitive.